Hi viewers, and welcome to another edition of On the Farm, where here we are vocal about everything local. On this episode of On the Farm, we'll be speaking to one of the young farmers on the island, Najee Morton. And we'll get into the discussion right after this short break.
Fresh local fruit and vegetables produced for our nourishment. Buy local, eat local.
To the land, yeah, we going to the farm on a regular, we planting. Farming, we farming. Sammy draw on a 9999 law. Hey, hey, ooh, oh, oh. Diggy down, down, down. Diggy down, day, hey. Diggy down, down, down. Diggy down, day, hey. Yes, I am a farmer. I take block on in a me chana, eh. What a me banana.
Welcome back, viewers. I have standing next to me, Najee Morton. Najee, welcome to On the Farm, and how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, Najee. Besides agriculture, what else do you do?
I manage a family business. It's a paint store. You know, we sell paints and ancillaries, bodywork products, those type of stuff. I also manage the auto body garage. I help to manage the auto body garage, and basically just try to be involved in whatever I'm doing family-wise.
Okay, why agriculture? Why farming?
I've been doing it for a lot of years, like many years. I've been doing it since I came out of school. When I came out of school, jobs were hard to find, and I wasn't the type to be running up and down behind anybody looking for a job, and I had a friend, his father was involved in farming, and he offered me a job and I took it. I was always hard working, I was up for anything, so I took the job, and it was appealing to me. I really liked it. I learned a lot of stuff, and I really like the elements about it, being in the natural environment. It's a bit challenging being in the sun, but you get used to it after a while, and I just got to love it over the years.
Tell us, Najee, what does agriculture mean to you?
It means a lot. It's very therapeutic for me, to come out here, and be able to be on my farm. I could plant whatever I want. I could see my food grow. I know what I'm eating. I know what I'm producing. And I'm also able to give back to society. I just give my neighbors stuff all the time. We build relationships from there, because I know if I go hungry tomorrow, they're gonna feed me same way. So it means a lot to me. It's just a way of life.
You're a businessman, as you mentioned before, and now you're involved in you have been involved in agriculture, so you're just continuing what you were doing since you were 17.
Yeah.
Do you view agriculture as a hobby, or how do you marry business with agriculture?
Well, it is a hobby, yes, but in order to maintain this hobby, you have to be sustainable for me. So I have to be able to generate some source of income, because everything you see here, it's not free. To the irrigation, the fungicides, pesticides, herbicides, labor force, all these kind of stuff. You can't do it just from letting it be a hobby. You have to be a full-time thing, and you have to learn how to generate income from it. So you have to be fully focused. You have to pay attention to every single detail. You have to know what you're doing, and it can't just be something that you're doing just for fun. You have to take it serious. So it's a hobby, but it's still business for me. You always have to be business. You always have to be business.
I do agree with you. I think that's one of the things that most farmers should really have in the back of their mind, that it should just be more than a hobby, but it's a way of life, and also it should be considered as a business.
Yeah.
I realize you are doing a minimum no tillage agricultural practice.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose to do this particular practice as opposed of what is tradition, where persons will plow their land before they start planting?
Well, I would go into the details, but I would do it off the record. I don't want to build any bias, but on top of everything, it's easier, it, and like biologically it increase the soil activity, the activity in the soil, because when you want to a plow through the soil, you're killing earthworms, you're killing things that build the soil, and also it it decreases the likelihood of erosion. When you till the soil, you tend to get a lot of erosion, and that could give you low production. It could give you low no production at all. So and as you can see, it's working. So I just doing what working for me.
Wonderful. Once it's working for you, continue
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
What are some of the crops you have on the farm at the moment?
I have seasoned peppers, sweet peppers, okra, tomatoes, bananas, jelly trees. I have soursop trees, sugar apple trees, eggplant. That's it for now. And I'm hoping to put in some more fruit trees soon. I'm just waiting for the agriculture to release them, and yeah,
Well, since you started there,
and some lime trees. I'm putting some lime trees the other day.
okay, great. Well, since you were going there, what is the direction you plan to take your farm? What do you see happening for your farm in the couple years to come?
Well, I have no limits, and the world is evolving, so I can't ever say I'm gonna ever reach to a certain point, because when I reach to a certain point, agriculture gonna reach to the next level. It's always evolving, and there's a lot of stuff that we could be involved in, a lot of stuff that we could do, to see Nevis change on a whole when it comes to agriculture. I think we're very far behind, but we're catching up. And I think it had a lot to do with the COVID situation. We started to take a lot of things seriously, and it's really helping. It's really helping, because you could go anywhere now and you could find food. It wasn't like that before. So I'm really proud of the people who were involved in agriculture, and I just wanna tell them to continue to being productive, and keep the energy alive.
Najee, tell us, how do you balance? How do you get this work? You manage a painting business and you're basically managing a agriculture business. How do you manage?
Well, I mean, I have kids, I have life, I have to maintain myself. I don't see myself crashing anytime soon. I have to keep my body fit, and farming is a way to keep me physical. The business is a family business, so I also have to keep the momentum. But it does it gets exhausting from time to time, but whenever it get too exhausting, I go home, I sit down, I take 2 shots of rum, and I wake up and I go again. So
Okay, at least you're coping. At least you're coping. All right, Najee. Just to wrap up, is there anything that you want to say to any other young person? Because you're a young person yourself, and now we realize a lot of young persons are getting involved in agriculture. Is there any encouragement do you have for these persons out there who might be viewing and thinking about it but don't know what step to take towards that direction?
well, I would encourage the young people to just try to be consistent, try to wake up early, earlier morning, shorter nights, read a lot, ask a lot of questions. The agriculture department is there for help. They have all the information that you need, and we just have to help each other. If anybody asks me a question, I would answer to the best of my knowledge. You have people in the field like Banky. I always go to Banky when I have a question. Mackie Trust, the people by the slips department, Randa and all them. A lot of them is knowledgeable. We just have to ask questions and help each other. And ain't nothing hard. We just have to be consistent. Once we be consistent, then we're gonna reach far.
Okay, Najee, thank you for being on the farm with us, and we will be looking forward to hearing from you in the sometime future. Okay?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, then bye.
Agriculture, sustaining families, building economies.
The research behind eating Caribbean fruits. In our quest for healthier eating choices, we are encouraged to eat foods with less fat and sodium, more fiber, more complex carbohydrates, and low in calories. The foods that are most promoted are usually imported ones, since more is known about them than our local foods. We may therefore seek out whole grain cereals and breads, fruits such as the American apple, plum, and grapes, and vegetables such as broccoli and cauliflower. But how do our local foods compare? Who has not heard the adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? This is probably because the American apple has fiber to facilitate gut health and rid the body of waste. But did you know that one guava fruit has 4 times the amount of fiber, slightly more potassium, and 19 times the amount of vitamin C as an American apple? In comparison to a whole bunch of grapes, one guava has 25 times more vitamin C, 4 times more fiber, and about the same potassium. Likewise, it would take 15 American apples to supply the vitamin C content of one West Indian cherry. Cranberry juice has become very popular because of its benefit to bladder health. But have you thought that similar benefits could be had from coconut water at less than half the calories and with appreciably more potassium? A glass of cranberry juice will provide about 150 to 200 calories, while the same glass of coconut water contains only 50 calories while giving 400 milligram potassium compared to 60 milligram for cranberry juice. For those concerned about the sodium content of coconut water, be assured that a single glass will provide only 60 mg sodium compared to 700 mg in V8 canned vegetable juice. Also, be assured that the coconut water has no fat. The fat of coconut resides in the jelly and will thus be found in coconut milk, but there's no cholesterol since the coconut is of plant origin and cholesterol is found only in foods of animal origin. This means that butter will have cholesterol, but coconut milk, like the vegetable margarines, is free of cholesterol. Moreover, the traditional way of cooking with coconut milk for flavor is better than using margarine, which is often substituted in porridge, rice and peas, and soups. A tablespoon of coconut milk has only 38 calories and 4 grams fat, compared to 111 calories in the same amount of margarine and 11.5 grams fat. Also, the fat in coconut is healthier for the body than margarine fat. 2 other sources of fat that are often mislabeled are the Jamaican ackee and the avocado pear. Neither has any cholesterol, and the fat is monounsaturated. That is the same type of fat that we pay so much for in the olive oil. The Irish potato, brown rice, and whole kernel corn provide the least fiber per serving. Those of better value are whole wheat bread, green banana, and sweet potato, providing 1.5 gram per serving of about 70 calories. Richer still is rolled oats at 1.96 gram, but topping the list, you guessed it, our local breadfruit at 2.45 for a serving of 2 slices. So next time when you reach for the foreign goods on the shelf, don't forget, our local products are the best. This research was conducted by nutritionist Patricia Thompson. She is the executive director of Jamaican Island Nutrition Network.
These are the notices. The Department of Marine Resources will be having their Fish Festival on the 26th of February 2021 at the Nevis waterfront from 10 a.m. until. On the menu, they'll have fried fish, grilled lobster, lobster chowder, conch's water, etc. with activities of a fishing tournament where the winner will win a cash prize of $500. Prizes to give away are also fish pot wires, ropes, boat gas, etc. On the opposite side, the marketing division will be having its regular fresh produce sale, commencing from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. Thank you, viewers, for viewing another episode of On the Farm, where here we are vocal about everything local. And I want you to do something for me before we leave. If you ate today, thank a farmer. Like the farmer said earlier, it's a lot of hard work and dedication that they put into it. So it's only fair to show them some love and appreciation. And hey, what better time but to do it? After all, we're still in the month of love. Again, I am Shakima Hanley. Thank you for viewing. Until next time.